I use something called the value equation. All right, and so the value equation has 4 components, and I'm not going to go super deep on it, but I'll just walk you through it real quick. So you've got the dream outcome, which is what's the big thing that people want? So in this instance, it'd be they want to make more money in their gym, they might want to lose weight, they might want to fix their relationship, they might want to look cool in front of their friends, whatever. The next is the perceived likelihood of achievement, or the equal opposite of that is risk. How likely is it that when I buy this thing, I get what I want? Which when he asked the question, well, how likely is it? This is what he's teasing out. The next question is time. How long is it going to take between when I start and when I get? And the longer that is, the less valuable the thing is. And then you have effort and sacrifice, which is how hard am I going to have to try? What am I going to have to start doing that I don't want to do, or stop doing that I do want to do? To be clear, the reason that I made this value equation is because for so long, many people, and you probably heard them in concert, like provide value, create value. But I was like, what does this even mean? How does one create value? And so I set out to try and figure out what makes me want to buy stuff. And so in a hypothetical example, you'd want something that would be immediate, it would be no effort, it would be guaranteed, and it would be exactly what they want the way they want it. That would be the most valuable version of whatever you could sell. And then you would say, let's say that our average is $100,000 of value. All right, now in a B2B setting, it might literally be that because it's a monetary outcome. And if it's a B2C setting, selling to consumers, then we have to abstract the value of what fitting back into your high school jeans is worth to you, or looking good on prom night, or just feeling good every single day, whatever. But we have this ROI, and then we have some sort of discount that we're going to apply to it, which accommodates risk, right? One is it's in the future. I would pay less for something that is guaranteed and immediate than not guaranteed and at a delay. So let's say I sell tables, right? So this is a retail product, and you would immediately think, oh, this is probably highly commoditized. Well, I'm not so sure. Think about it. On the lowest end, you can buy a fold-out plastic table from Lowe's or Home Depot for probably $50 or $100. I haven't checked plastic table pricing recently. On the flip side, you can buy a $20,000 hand-carved wood table. Both of them allow you to put stuff on top of it and eat, right? And so the idea is, how can we position our thing separately from other people? Now, if the dream outcome for that table is not, okay, I just need to have something that I can put stuff on top of, the dream outcome might be when people walk into my home, they feel immediately impressed. So now we're actually relating this to status. So this is a business, because B2B is actually pretty easy. It's just, this is how much money it is. And then the rest of your time is trying to make it easier for them, less risky and faster. Business to consumer, sometimes you need to spend a little bit more time on translating what this status increase might mean for them and how meaningful that is, or the reverse, how terrible and painful it's been to lack this status, right? And so if we have this big, expensive, nice table, then we say, okay, here's the status. Now, the risk of this not happening, this is where we might show trends of this being a hot thing that many people understand the value of. So the risk of them not getting the status is lowered. The time is like, hey, I can have this at your house by the end of today. That would be something that's like, wow, this could happen right in time for this dinner party I have, or my boss is coming to my house. And then effort and sacrifices, don't worry, we have a white glove service that will make sure that we can fit it into your doorways, even though it's this massive thing, and we will assemble it there for you. You just need to say yes right now, and it will be there by the end of the night, and you can have dinner on it when you have your guests tomorrow. Right? Now we've tied them buying to all of the value components to getting them to then be willing to spend $20,000, because it's not about the wood, it's not about the table, it's about how much status is worth to them within this context.